Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode about The Boys Reaction. This is Road Live and my name is Matt. Hello. So last time on The Boys, what happened? So we okay, so they were filming the new movie Dawn of the Seven or whatever, which is where they're kicking A-Train out. But more important than that, Butcher decided to give up, maybe go to Argentina, maybe not. That would be dope. He went to his aunt's house. I think it was the aunt to see his dog. And then and Huey followed him there. And then we had to deal with Black Noir. And we somehow managed to... Did I kill the... There was a bug and I tried to catch it, Mr. Miyagi style. But yes, we fought Black Noir and we were gonna lose because... Of course we were going to, but Butcher decided to use Becca as a weapon, kind of, just being like, I know Homelander's secret, I know about secret, I know about the kid, I know he fucked my wife, I will tell everyone. And so they were like, all right, deal, you get off of this and you're not gonna upload that. And he was like, all right, I'll take it. So then we did that. I don't even know if Butcher has those files ready to be uploaded or whatever, but he said he would, but I think that was a lie. Anyway, after that, what else? I'm not sure if they parted ways or not. I don't think so, but maybe. Even so, he's not gonna exit the show, but I don't know how that's gonna go. Because they did go in like different cards, but that might have just been different cards. The dog fucked a Homelander plushie, but then Homelander fucked Stormfront. Because Stormfront managed to help Homelander's image by making memes, because of course that's how politics works nowadays. If you want to mind control the masses, you have to make memes. That we learned that in the past couple years. What else? Well, yeah, they fucked because here's the thing: is that the more you think about it, the more sense it makes. Is that Homelander is kind of the exactly what the Nazis wanted, just like the Nazi dream. That's Homelander. That's the Nazi god. They were like, oh yeah, that's the Overmensch right there. It's just like the perfect white Aryan boy, and he's the most powerful person on the planet because of course he would be, you know? He deserves it, or whatever. And the thing is that Stormfront is a literal Nazi. Like, literally. I'm sure literally, because she's been around since forever. She's maybe immortal or maybe not. And I'm sure that she was actually a Nazi back in the day. Like, that's where her mentality comes from. It's because she's actually literally not a neo-Nazi, a straight-up Nazi. One of the old school ones. Anyway, so, of course, she looks at Homelander and is like, yo, I want to get some of that. But I like that she's also, like, wise about it. Like, she's helpful to Homelander, but she's not like antagonizing him. Like, social media is antagonizing him a little bit, but she's like, listen, man, I'm here to help you out. Just come in and ask for help and I'll help you out. And he did. And then she did. And then everything's good. So yeah, that's what's going on. So yeah, anyway, I think that's pretty much it for this recap. I think we may begin. So yeah, let's go. The Boys, Season 2, Episode 6. Let's go. Okay, friendship backstory.
I learned everything I know from those girls.
The Golden Girls.
What if I binged the entirety of Golden Girls? So anyway, this guy gonna die. Jay. Are they gonna fuck while they kill him? There we go. Oh my god, these two. That's the title screen.
Right. But, you know, Black Noir is definitely the biggest ego.
Fucking.
They're immediately able to tell. Oh, these two are fucking. They're banging. Okay, no. Okay, we're good. We're good. I'm glad.
Broke into her laptop, and I got to look at the inbox. Dozens of emails from Stan Edgar.
Stan Edgar. And what does Vort's big slapper have to say?
how they're close to a breakthrough at the Sage Grove Center.
Mm.
It's a psychiatric hospital.
Are they literally doing the thing of like, we're trying to create the ultimate human being?
Who do you think Vault's gonna go after? Us? Or their billion-dollar baby turned traitor who just ripped out our own fucking ship? Never go into shark-infested waters without chum.
Oh my god. Why is he such an asshole?
Found some of the wreckers that drifted.
Oh, the plane? Oh, the plane?
And they found this. I mean, I'm not sure it still even works, but
Did they record Homelander killing those people on the plane?
I'm the best to ever do it, y'all crazy. Make way, you're pushing up daisies. Bring the heat down to make up as amazing. Only place I will
Isn't it lit? Your very own anthem.
Fucking Ashley. White girl Ashley being like, isn't that lit? Oh, we just got a scene of Frenchie at the beginning of the episode. 8 years ago. Man, oh my god, they could kill Frenchie. Oh, this is how Mallory got to him. Pseudo backstory characterization for a character that is not protagonist equals tragic death.
Even more so for Cherie and Jay.
Oh. He did it for them.
I have a surprise for you.
Is he your dick?
I will be back in 20 minutes.
I'll let you surprise me wherever you
Hmm.
Underneath all that swagger, you're just a bigot and a bully. I know another guy just like that. He's got a flag for a cape.
stop.
That's Stormfront.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, fuck
Go on
me.
now. Fuck.
I'm worried. I'm so worried. Yeah? Yeah?
God damn. Brother got a love sausage.
Oh! I didn't realize initially. Jesus. Oh, he's Lamplighter.
Fucking Lamplighter.
He burned Marley's grandchildren.
Recognize them with other masks in the hood. Fucking Lamplighter, we have to kill him, of course. No, we can't. For Madame and Laurie, for her grandchildren. Not right now.
Bro? Frenchie, what are you doing? Frenchie, what did you do? Alright! Oh no. Who's out? Who's out? Please let it be the guy with the big penis. Okay, no, it's this guy. It's the creepy person. Cindy, okay.
Let's be cool.
What can she do? Oh!
Shit. Let's get out of here.
She's gonna open all the doors. Everyone's out. Everyone out. Oh, I love this. No, he's dead. That guy's dead. Ugh, what did they grab him with? Kill Lamplighter. Oh yeah, well, that wasn't a kill one. He's gonna try and save him actually. Ugh, oh. 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 Oh, that's awful. That was his one weakness.
Easy does it, lad.
Who's that?
No trouble from us. You just stroll on by, yeah? We're all friends here, aren't we?
What is he going to do? Whoa! Oh, Hugh was inside the car. Is he okay? Well? Oh! Oh, you're not good.
Huey!
Oh, yeah. Is there a fucking bomb in this floor? It's like, what? Did he destroy the entire fucking place? Because she didn't come here to have sex with him in like 20 minutes? He could be like, you didn't have any meetings, you were lying to me. Oh, hey, the church.
Called you a sweetheart.
Well, she's a sweetheart.
I want A-Train to just leave the scene being like, man, this is some dumb shit.
And in seven-figure debt, a heart condition, and in heavy withdrawal, do you really think you have the luxury to get up and leave?
He knows a lot. He knows a lot.
You were tailing me the night that I torched those kids. So why didn't you stop me? Maybe you like watching people burn too.
She's dead. No. He's gone.
And here we see the backstory.
Oh, shit. And I don't want to hear no
bullshit about I'm gonna get tired of the pussy. I love this
5
girl.
years ago.
Like,
Oh.
who's the one?
Oh. Oh. This is very wholesome. This is not gonna end well. We trusted him. And then... Oh, we're laughing at him for his dumb outfit. You look like a D&D character, bro. I'm sorry.
Murdered innocent children. You watch them burned alive, crying for their mama. If that's not an animal, then what is, huh?
I didn't know.
What do you mean you didn't know? How did the scene play out? Show me.
I didn't know that you were gonna be in that bed. You were supposed to be your boss. I keep asking myself, why didn't you stop me?
He has a grudge against you too. For not stopping him from pulling the trigger. Oh my god.
Why didn't you?
I want to see what happened that night. He was talking to her.
Sherry, this is...
He's dying.
What?
Jay.
I was right. He's dying.
No, they're not trying to make soups here. These people are test subjects. They're trying to stabilize the V.
Explain.
Infants handle it best, but adults, I mean, you saw what happens. Sometimes you get power, sometimes you get a freak, sometimes you just explode. Vought is trying to stabilize it so that you put the V in any adult arm, anywhere, anytime, you get a solid soup, solid powers.
Okay.
My best friend, OD'd, and I left to stay on that night.
Are you serious? Frenchie, why didn't you ever tell us?
What difference would it make?
After all these years, man.
I mean, he wants...
We wanna let you off the hook.
He didn't want to be left off the hook. He wanted to feel guilty about it.
What makes you think I want to be let off the hook?
I mean, he feels guilty about it. Oh my god, who's that? Please tell me it's the guy with the giant dick. Please tell me that's him. I think it is. I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. Bro, I saw that tentacle earlier on the TV screen, and I was like, I hope that's a giant dick, but I don't think I said it. But I thought about it.
That's his fucking dick.
Yeah. Oh, who's there? Stormfront! Oh no. Well?
And his axe body spray.
Are they bonding over making fun of Huey?
That's how Vin Diesel must smell. He's too good for either of us.
Oh, she's gonna find... Oh, she's gonna see the footage. And is she gonna be grossed out at Maeve?
They'll butcher about a thick penis around your neck.
Nah. It's just Frenchie being French.
No, that was literally what happened. Is it Mallory?
Madame Henri. I know I wasn't welcome at the funeral, so all these years I couldn't offer my condolences.
Where is he?
He can barely get the words out.
Why isn't this man restrained?
No need, I wanted to come.
I don't want to hear a single goddamn word from you.
You'd be doing me a favor. Do it.
Madame, please. If I may.
What exactly
What happened?
are you proposing we do with him?
What are we doing? Are we gonna use him against Bod? Maybe? He doesn't care if he dies. He literally does not care if he dies, so...
Your grandmother.
My daughter.
Okay. How
She died of Alzheimer's a few years ago.
how old is she?
I was born in 1919 in Berlin.
Okay. 101 years old then.
Frederick Vaughn.
She married Bod.
He gave me the first successful V injection. We are in a war for the culture. The other races are grinding us down and taking what is right from
Oh
us.
man.
Fight back. You are everything that we dreamed of.
Yeah. Oh, I think he likes that.
Love you with all of my heart. And now neither of us has to be alone ever again.
The Golden Girl. Oh, she's out. Okay, she's out. Okay, interesting. Okay, I was so worried. French was gonna die. Because, like, okay, here's the thing. Is that in media, there's this thing where sometimes a character is gonna get a sudden backstory flashback scene and maybe characterization that will help us understand him better and also give you like a better insight into how they feel and something that is relevant to the episode and their emotional state. But also that prepares you so that you feel bad when they inevitably die in the same episode. This is a formula as old as time, and they do it often in media. And I thought that they were gonna do it here because and you didn't even realize it at the beginning. I was like, okay, Frenchie scene in backstory flashback 8 years ago, whatever. And then we get jumping back to it, and I was like, okay, all right, now I'm getting worried. And also, like, okay, so the first time we see it, there's this guy, I think his name was Jay. We see him, we see the other girl, I don't remember his name, sorry, Sherry, I think it's Sherry, the girl with the long black hair, and Frenchie, and they're together, and I'm like, okay, that guy's gonna die. That Jay guy, that guy is gonna die. Because we see Frenchie, we see the girl in the future, but we don't see Jay, so I think Jay is gonna die. And here's the thing, is that like he left, but then he died anyway. So I suppose I was right, but like it does. I was sort of right, but the thing is that it all helps to French's backstory in the sense that we also learn what happened with Mallory's grandkids, what happened with what was his name, Lamplighter, that guy. So we're learning a lot here because those are all things that were brought up before, and we never actually got to fully know exactly what went on, but now we do. And it was actually way more complicated than we thought it was. We thought it was like, oh, this guy just went and fucking torched some children, and then it's like, well, he didn't. Well, he did, but he didn't mean to. So what actually happened is that so we okay, Frenchie was tasked with tracking down Lamplighter after they made a deal where Lamplighter was supposed to be their spy inside for Vought, for the Seven, which also explains why Butcher is so hesitant to even trust someone like Starlight, because he's like, we trusted this guy once and he fucking tortures children, so fuck them all, you know. But also the thing is that it wasn't even as simple as that, because he thought that he was gonna he thought he was killing Mallory, I think, or someone else, like, yeah, Mallory. But instead he just torched the bed, and he didn't realize it was actually children in that bed. And then after he heard them screaming, he was like, oh shit, but like, he already burned them. So there we go. And he actually blamed Frenchie in a way, because he was like, listen, like, why didn't you stop me? I knew you were following me, and I remember your face, because I kept thinking over and over, why didn't you stop me from torturing those children? Because the thing is that Lamplighter is also like traumatized by that event, because, you know, you don't just torch children just like nothing, unless you're a fucking psychopath. If you're a Homelander, then sure, you can just murder the children all you want, which it kind of did with the plane. But Lamplighter is actually not as heartless as we thought he might be. He actually didn't know, and when he realized that, he was like, oh shit, but, you know, the deed was already done, and then he kept regretting it over and over the years. So he's traumatized by it a little bit, and even depressed, I would say. So that thing is that Frenchie needed to go back and help his friend who OD'd and was dying, so he had to go and literally save his life, which he did. He like injected him with something, so he was like, okay, he's stabilizing, he did CPR, like he resuscitated him, he saved his life. Thing is that after he saved his life, he was like, okay, I need to go, because I really need to go. I'm doing something important here. So he left, but that made it so I think her name is Sherry or no, it's not Cindy. Cindy's the other girl. We're gonna talk about it in a second. But like whatever, the other girl, she was like, really are just gonna leave us? Like, so that's more important than us, huh? Like it was that moment of like, you should stay here with us because this is something very important. He's fucking dying. And Frenchie clearly cares, but he's doing something important here. And like the thing is that if he hadn't left to save him, then those children would have been burnt alive. You're like, that's the thing, is that like Frenchie's not even to blame for anything, because and Frenchie keeps saying like, like I wanted to like be forgiven or expiate my sins, atone for my sins. But the reality is that Frenchie didn't do anything wrong. Frenchie literally had to go and save someone's life. And unfortunately, like he left Lamplighter alone right at the moment that Lamplighter decided, you know what, I'm going to go torch Mallory. And he mistook Mallory for the children. So it was like a whole situation of like, things just align in this like a specific manner and things just went to shit. Just right there. And that was also what disbanded the group originally. Like after Mallory's grandchild would torch, like she was like, I'm done. And all of them went into hiding, and there you go. That was the end of that. But now we know exactly how that played out. Frenchie was tasked with following him, but he went to save his friend, and as a result, Lamplighter wasn't stopped from torching children, which he didn't know were children, but then he did, and then both of them got depression and fucking ran away, and felt guilty for years to come. And I like that even at the end here, we have the scene where Mallory comes in, and like they give Lamplighter to her, but I like that before she talks to Lamplighter, fucking Frenchie is like, ma'am, I know we haven't had opportunities to talk or whatever. Like he's like super apologetic and shit, and it's because it's like the first time Frenchie's talking to her, because Mallory hasn't talked to any of them except for like Butcher in the entire show, and Huey a little bit, like that one scene, but like Frenchie hasn't spoken to her since then. So of course Frenchie is like, I feel like shit, because he does. But Mallory kind of doesn't care at this point. I'm sure she would care, and it wouldn't be good. But in this instance, she was like, fucking, where is he? Where is he? And then the guy's right there. He's right there. And she's like, why isn't this man restrained? Fuck him. I'm killing him. And it's like, listen, here's the thing. He didn't know. And I like that Frenchie was like, listen, ma'am, I know that this is my fault, and I know, listen, no one wanted him dead more than I did, but listen, you have to listen to me, listen to him, and like, let's talk it out. Let's actually think about this through. And like, here's the other thing, is that he says like, listen, if you want him to be punished, there's no worse punishment for him than staying alive with his guilt. And he's right, because Lamplighter is literally in there just being like, fucking kill me, just fucking do me a favor and kill me right now. Because when you're that guilty, like, he's like, nothing would like legitimately make me happier than, for one, for my suffering to end, so I don't have to think about this shit anymore, and two, for the person whose grandchildren I fucking torch to kill me. Like, this feels fair, so fucking do it. But Frenchie convinces her not to. Hopefully they'll tell her exactly how things played out, so she's not like, oh, he burned my grandchildren knowingly. I mean, it's not that it's gonna help much, because your grandchildren fucking torched. They fucking suffered and died, so that doesn't make it any better. But at the very least, I suppose you can know that he did. Well, would that even be a good thing? Knowing that he didn't do it like on purpose, would that be a good thing or a bad thing? Because for Mallory, I mean, because in some ways it will help for you to be like, he did that knowingly, because it's like, oh, this guy's a fucking monster. Because like, in some ways, like, people feel a lot better when they can categorize things on like a straight up binary, you know, just like good, bad, you know, there you go, us, them. There you go. Like, people love categorizing on a binary. So in some way, I feel like it would maybe be better for Mallory to just be like, oh, this guy's pure evil, whatever. Fuck him. Die. You know? That's an easy, just like, this guy sucks. Throw it in there. He killed my grandchildren. He needs to die. He's evil. Fuck him. You know? But if you start adding layers of like, he didn't know. He was killing the children. He felt really guilty that he did. He wants to fucking die. He's depressive and suicidal, and he just wants to go, and he's like, fucking kill me. Like, and also he like saved us and he gave us like crucial information. It's like, this guy right here is not that bad. He legitimately isn't a bad person. He was with Vought, so I'm sure he did his fair share of bad things, but at this point I feel like he really doesn't want to anymore. Okay, he was like kind of like the jailer in this like mental health facility, which was also used in order to stabilize the Compound B. So in some way, his power is to literally just burn things. So they were like, okay, sit here and burn people that we don't need around. There you go. But the thing is that in some ways, if you're depressed, I can imagine just Vought just being like, do this, and he's like, sure. Like, he burns people and he burns things to, you know, get rid of them. But in some ways, he's like completely detached. He's just like, since that night, he's just been completely detached emotionally. And they just essentially just grab him and be like, all right, point him in that direction. And he's like, burn that. And he's like, sure. And that's just his life. And it's not that that makes him feel any better. So I like that at this point, he was like, fucking kill me, dude. But then they go, listen, we can use him because he actually does know a lot. And I think he was a former member of the Seven, wasn't he? Like, I think he was. Like, I think he was a former member of the Seven. I mean, am I wrong thinking that? But I think he was. So if he was a former member of the Seven, like, it would make sense. It would be awesome if he would literally showed up on TV and he was like, all right, hello everybody, I'm Lamplighter. I'm a former member of the Seven. I've been thrown into a facility that is said to be like a mental health institution. So we get mental health patients, people that are suicidal and shit, and we essentially just inject them with Compound B because Vought is trying to stabilize the Compound B to create super people at will, and they hire me to just fucking torch people and burn them and whoever they don't want around. So I was the jailer and also the cleanup crew for this shit. And yeah, they've been doing that shit. So whatever they say of like, oh, we don't know what we're doing, that's fucking bullshit. They absolutely know what they're doing. And they're making it even worse. And they're fucking doing human experimentation. And here's some examples of some shit that happened. And he can even give out names of like, these were the patients. You know, there's a guy with a fucking giant dick. Yo. I just remember that. So what's funny about that scene with is that there was like a moment, like a second, when you're looking at the TV and every like superhuman is wrecking shit, and there was a tentacle, one tentacle, and it was like flesh colored, and I saw that and I was like, please let that be the dick man. Please let that be the guy with the giant dick. And I don't know if I said it. I don't think I did, but I definitely thought about it. Like the scene was too intense for me to say anything. But like, I definitely thought about, please let that be the guy with the giant dick. And then when he grabbed I was like, please let that be the giant dick. Please let be the giant dick. Please let be the giant dick. And then they like actually showed it, and I was like, it is. And then the reveal comes in, and I'm like, I was like 5 steps ahead, man, and it was awesome. And I like that was like, that was a dick, and French is like, come on, man, like, it's fine. Don't be so close-minded, you know. Oh, that was so wonderful. This is the exact brand of ridiculous and stupid that this show has. It's like, it's the kind of shit that I love. I mean, it's okay. So I love dumb shit. I love dumb shit in shows all the time. I love having a good time. But the thing is that this show is like serious sometimes, but then also it's like not. But it's like fucked up while also not being serious. It's like it's not like lighthearted goofy. It's fucked up and goofy. And it's a weird tone to have. But it's one that fits the show exactly. Like the world the show has created perfectly. And whenever we get some of that, it's wonderful. Such as Giant Dick Man, or the fucking Spice Girls dolphin explosion, or the fucking ramming the boat inside the whale thing. Like, those are my probably top 3 moments in the entire show. Not even kidding. And it's all dumb shit. And I love it, you know? Anyway. What, like, actually, okay. I'm gonna boot up the episode again. What the fuck happened? What can I talk about? A-Train is joining the cult. That's happening. There's so Homelander and Stormfront. We saw a little bit of a divide in this episode, in the sense that Stormfront lied to him about where she was going, and Homelander, being the manipulative, abusive son of a bitch that he is, he's like, "Where were you? What did you tell me?" Like, just like completely just abusive person, just 100%. Like, you don't ever want to hang out with a Homelander ever. Not just because he's super powerful, but because he's like that. Because he has done this with like literally every woman. And for most of them, if not all of them, he has had his reasons to do so. Like Madeline still was totally just fucking using him. Like 100%. But like Stormfront here, well, she's not using him, but she is keeping stuff from him, which is like the human experimentation thing. Because I don't know if Homelander would like that, because he was a subject after all, but she's keeping that from him. But even then, it's not something that is actively against him, so it's not something that she even has to tell him. So Homelander has no reason to be as possessive as he is here, but he is. So that was a little bit of a divide. But the thing is that eventually at the end, she's like, "Listen, all right, I'm just gonna tell you the truth, like the full truth, and I'm gonna start with this." And she showed the picture, and Homelander says, "Oh, your grandmother? It's my daughter. She died of Alzheimer's like last year." And it's like, "What?" And she's like, "I was born in 1919 in Berlin." So she is 101 years old. I mean, at the time of this coming out, I don't know when this came out. I think it was 2020. So right now, in this point in time recording, it would be 102 years old. But the thing is that yeah, she's over 100 years old. So Homelander, yeah, Homelander is like, "Okay, what the fuck?" And she explains, "Okay, so I am totally 100 years old, much older than you. Everyone I love is dead. You know, I got married and I had a family and everything, but everyone died. So I got nothing left. I am the former wife of, I think his name is Frederick Vaughn. So she's not Vaughn. I thought that maybe she was legitimately Vaughn, you know, like Vaughn was actually a woman and he was her. But no, she was the wife. So the closest thing. And she's the first person that got the first successful injection of Compound B on adults, I'm assuming. Maybe. Or maybe as children. Like maybe she got the first successful Compound B when she was a baby. And she was like a test subject, and then she got I don't know, Stockholm syndrome into falling in love with Vaughn, or Vaughn just was like, yeah, whatever. I don't know how long it went, but let's assume that she was injected when she was not a baby. Maybe she was a kid, maybe she was like a teenager. Let's say that. So, okay, so she's the closest thing to Vaughn. I was sort of right. She was totally a Nazi. I mean, you can see it. You know that she's a Nazi already, but now you get the full confirmation. Okay, she was there. She was absolutely there, and you see the marriage picture, and there's like a Nazi flag in the background. It's just like so like out there, and I like. And eventually, she's just like, "Listen, this is the full, honest truth. This is who I am. Everyone I love is dead. I got nothing left except you, because I fucking love you, because you are Superman and you're white. So please fuck me with that penis." So there you go. That's what happened. That's the short version. Well, that's not just the short version. It's also the idea of like, she's like, we have all of this racists coming for us that don't deserve to be here. And listen, man, you are the one to guide us to victory. And we can create an army of soups and whatever we want in order to defeat them. And that's what she wants. She's the ultimate white supremacist in the literal sense of like, we will reign over all of them. We will wipe them out. We had this thing where Starlight and Butcher kind of bonded over Huey, and Starlight also killed a dude. So here's the thing: is that there was a dude that escaped the facility, and he like exploded or whatever. He creates like a shockwave. Like I was gonna say his superhero name would be Shockwave, but there's another one whose name is Shockwave. But he like created a shockwave, like a force explosion, and then Butcher killed him just right there, pop in the heart like 3 times. First of all, really good shot, Butcher. By the way, like really clean shots, like at a distance with like a handgun. 3 in the heart, fucking perfect. But he got him. But then my immediate thought was, fucking Huey. He was in the car. Is he okay? And then they grab him. It's like, oh my god, Huey. And then they take him out, and it's like, yeah, I'm okay. And then we look down, and he's like completely impaled, like fucking Edward Elric. Well, Edward Elric was much worse, but he was like impaled. He has something through him, and it was pretty fucked. And it's like, oh man, oh boy, that's bad. And then Butcher is like, can you cut towards the wound? And Starlight is like, okay, let me try. Fuck, hit the explosion, fried everything. I don't have any energy around me, so I can't use my power. And Butcher is like, what kind of fucking shitty power do you have? And it's like, fucking God, well, take him to a hospital, so they have to go. So they leave for the hospital, and in the process, they need to find, they find a car, and it has this dude in it, and the dude pulls up a gun, and Butcher pulls up the gun, and none of them want to de-escalate the situation, at which point Starlight is forced to just fucking use the car energy to explode the dude, and like burst him with like a shockwave, and then he just falls to the floor. And then she's like, oh my god. And then you look at him, and there's like a pool of blood forming behind his head, and he's dead. So Starlight just straight up went and killed a dude. By the way, Starlight, I think she's leaving the 7, kind of? Is she leaving the 7? It seems like it. For the sake of the story, and maybe even properly, she's leaving the 7 because she removed the chip, which is a thing of like, if she goes back, they will just implant that back into her. But the thing is that she removed the chip and she decided to run away because she's like, okay, Stormfront knows who I am. She like, well, not who I am, but like she knows that I leaked the information about the bee, so I'm in trouble. So I need to go. So she just, as soon as possible, she was like, all right, I'm out of here. So she's out. But that means that she's just now part of the crew. That's good. We're not gonna have to follow her in the 7 anymore. We're just gonna have her as a party member now. That's gonna be really awesome. I want that. I've been wanting that forever. So it's awesome. We removed the chip. She's helping us, and her and Butcher bonded a little bit over Huey. They're making fun of him, his fucking shampoo and his cologne and everything, and it's just like, yeah, okay. But they go like, he's too pure for this world. He's too good for both of us because we both suck. I don't know if I fully agree with that. I feel like Starlight is actually like a really good person. Like, here's the thing, Huey, Huey's not a saint. And they're kind of trying to paint him as if he was. He's not. He's not a bad person either. But he has consistently made bad choices. Particularly regarding Starlight. He's consistently lied. Never out of malice. But there are some moments where it's like, Huey, fucking say the right thing. Huey, fucking be honest. Why is he so difficult for you? And it's like, I understand that Huey's in a fuck situation. And it's a lot to ask someone like Huey to get through it like properly. So I'm not even giving him shit about that. I don't want to give Huey a lot of shit for nothing. But I also wouldn't be someone that goes like, Huey's so good, he's such a saint. And fucking Starlight is not. And it's like, no. Starlight is wonderful. She's also someone like Huey being put in awful situations. And she hasn't consistently been awful to anyone that she didn't have to be awful to. Like, Starlight is actually super nice. In this episode, she killed a dude. But I almost feel... This is almost how I see it. I almost feel that the dude that she killed to get the car, I almost feel like that dude was put in there just for the writers to be like, Huey's so good and Starlight doesn't deserve him. And she's gonna have the scene where she goes like, we're too good for him. Like, that's like literally the only reason. Because if she hadn't offed that one guy with the car in this episode, if she had said that at the end of the episode, it would make no fucking sense. Zero. It would make no sense for Starlight to be like, he's too good for me. Zero. And there's almost like no reason for that guy to have been killed. I mean, I know to get the car to get to the hospital, but like, you have so many ways of writing that scene where that didn't happen. So I feel like the only reason why that confrontation happened is for her to be like comparing herself to Butcher and then going like, Huey's too good for me. He's too pure. I don't deserve him. Like, the only reason why that scene exists. So like I'm not looking at it from like a universe, like inside the show level. I'm looking at it from like a meta perspective. I'm looking at it from like the view of like the writer. Like, I am going to add this scene in just because we need to have this final scene make sense. Or like, this is the scene I want to have at the end, so I'm gonna make it kind of work by having this scene in the middle. Like, that's almost how I see it. Because I think it's fucking BS that they go, that Starlight looks at fucking Butcher and goes like, okay, we're sort of similar. And she looks at Huey and she goes, he's too good for us. He's too pure. We don't deserve him. It's like, what the fuck? And I know that she didn't look at Butcher and she went like, we're similar. She did the opposite. She was like, we're not similar. But the reason why that scene even happened, and the only reason why she said that, is because that was even a consideration to have, which is something that no one would make. No one would look at Starlight and look at Butcher and be like, yeah, okay, they're similar. They're similar kind of characters. No. I understand that Starlight is not necessarily pure either. She's not the best, the nicest person in the world. But like, saying that she is comparable to Butcher and not as good as Huey is like, come on, man. Huey's not perfect. And Starlight isn't either. But none of them sit on Butcher level. And Starlight more or less sits on the same level as Huey, if not above it, in my opinion. That is not to give Huey shit, by the way, because I don't want to do that. I think Huey is okay. I think that anything that Huey does that is kind of questionable does make sense. So I'm not trying to give shit on that. But I'm trying to give shit on those two scenes, you know? Those two scenes of like Starlight being like, he's too good for us, and also Starlight killing that one dude and like being like, why do you pull a fucking gun? You know? Anyway, what else? What else happened? What else happened? I mean, we have to talk about the fact that they're trying to stabilize the Compound B to create so I thought that they were gonna do a thing sort of like an Isuru Kamakura thing reference, where they're gonna try to create the ultimate soup, you know, like the ultimate person, human being, where essentially they got enough research from several superheroes over the decades to the point that now they're doing human testing in order to be like, okay, let's try to create the ultimate human, someone that has all the powers of all of them combined, you know, the ultimate life form, you know, like fucking Cars in Battle Tendency, you know, just like, I have the power of all life forms combined and I can just be whatever I want, you know, and I can just do whatever I want, you know. So like that could be, and is immortal, and I have perfect intelligence and perfect reflexes and everything, just like that kind of thing. Just like create the ultimate life form. They could theoretically do that. With enough research, they could probably do that. But no, what they're trying to do is trying to stabilize the compound beast so they don't have to use it on babies anymore or kids. They can just put it on an adult, and the adult instantly just develops a superpower that is completely functional. That is much better than the alternative, you know, because if you do it that way, you can just literally just create whoever you want, just like because okay, here's the thing: you can mold babies and children however you want, but it takes time, you know. If you just have this guy and you're like, all right, I trust this guy's loyal, all right, shoot him up. What does he get? I don't know, super strength, whatever. We have a super soldier now. There we go, perfect. So there we go. It's so much more convenient if you have that. So they're trying to stabilize it for that sake. We have the scene where Elena sees the recording of what happened in the plane that Deep gave to Maeve, and Maeve is like, I'm gonna use that on Homelander. I'm gonna tell him that if he doesn't leave us alone, then I'm gonna show this on TV, and it's gonna be a problem. But the thing is that first of all, I don't know if that will work with this version of Homelander. Second, Elena is this. I feel like she's disgusted at Maeve for Maeve leaving those people to die, even though like you see in the video that she's literally like just carrying people to like the end of the airplane where Homelander is standing, and she's like, please at least save these. So I wouldn't see Maeve as evil here. But I suppose this might be like the first time that Elena sees like the reality of what like the job is like, and all these people dying around her is like, and she's so disgusted that this is her life. So yeah, there we go. That's happening. Again, I love the guy with the giant dick. That was wonderful. And then at the end, you do see the final scene being a. It's not a cliffhanger, but it's the setup of like, I think her name is Cindy. X-ray. Cindy, yes. So this person, this lady, Cindy, she is maybe the scariest superhero we've ever seen. Is she? I don't know. Because I don't know what she would be like against another superhero. But she's someone that can just say, pop, and you pop. Does she have to use her hands? I don't remember. Let's see the first scene again. Okay, no, she's not necessarily aware of them. She was just looking at the camera. But okay, no. Let me go back to that scene. I want to see when she pops people. How does she do it? Does she literally just look at them? Okay, so Cindy gets out. Okay, so she does have to do like a motion. Okay, so he's not just the thought. She actually does have to do a motion. Okay, so she's like Frieza. She's just like Frieza, you know, just like go, and then you go, and then you know, golden hair. And anyway, so yeah, Pop goes to Weasel. She does that shit. She pop. That's really terrifying. Because Kimiko's brother could like move shit, right? I don't know if he could move people, but he can move shit and like hit you with it. He could move people because when Kimiko jumped at him, he was like stop her and then he pushed her away or some shit, something like that. That is not the same thing. Being able to move shit is not the same as you explode or implode. I don't know what it was. I mean, that was an explosion, but when the fucking Frenchie threw the like bomb or grenade, like whatever, the stun grenade, whatever he made, she literally just looked at it and she was like pop, and it like imploded on itself. Like it didn't explode, it went. So she's able to implode / explode shit whenever she wants. Just insane force at just doing that or this or whatever. So that's her power. That's fucking terrifying because she can use that on people. So literally just like whatever. You die. Done. The question is, how effective is that against superheroes? Against other soups? How effective would that be? Can she do that to other soups? If she can, she's terrifying. Also, potentially a good thing, but terrifying nonetheless. Hopefully, she can be an ally of some sort. That's all I'm gonna say. Because whenever she's on a scene, you should be terrified. That because it's like it's the same with Homelander, you know, it's the same thing as Homelander, because with Homelander, whenever Homelander is in a scene, and even when he's not, sometimes I'm worried that a laser beam is just gonna slice whatever person I'm looking at in half. The same applies to this girl, to Cindy. Whenever she's in a scene, and even when she's not, I'm gonna be terrified that whoever I'm looking at is just gonna explode. The thing is that Cindy doesn't seem to be an asshole, but she might be vengeful. She might be vengeful towards Vaughn, and she should be. She could be vengeful towards Lamplighter, who is someone that I think we're going to be using in order to take down Vought, so that could be a point of conflict, so we'll see what happens then. Anyway, so that's it for this review discussion, I think, of The Boys. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Anyway, so that was that. Thank you for hanging out here. And if you would like to catch next episode of The Boys, then make sure to check out the Patreon for next episode's reaction as well as full-length reactions. Check out the link in the description for that, social media, everything else, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay? Bye-bye. Take care.